Hola, this video reviews the words should, must, have to, and need to. So whenever you use one of these words in Spanish, you're going to have a verb right after it. So for instance, I could say like, you should eat vegetables. You must eat vegetables. You have to eat vegetables. You need to eat vegetables. A lot of Mexican tacos will put a lot of like lettuce, tomato, fresh herbs on their tacos, so that's where I'm getting this inspiration from. So when I use a word like this, deber, for instance, means to should, and if I want to say you should eat vegetables, I'm going to have to conjugate deber into my to form, which is going to be debes because it's an er verb, so it ends in es. And then I do not conjugate my other verb, comer. It's just going to end in the infinitive form. The infinitive form is when it ends in ar, er, ir, or is not conjugated. Let's say I want to say we should eat vegetables. Then it would be debemos comer verduras, because my ending of debemos ends with what my subject agrees with, which would be we. So for instance, I could conjugate the verb deber, debo, I should, debes, you should, debe, he, she, usted should, debemos, we should, debes, y'all, vosotros should, deben, they should, ustedes should. So the verbs tener and necesitar, same thing, you can conjugate them in any of these forms. If I am doing IK. So the phrase IK means one must. And the thing about this phrase is it goes with any subject. So I can't change, just like word I, there is or there are, I cannot change that word to go with other names. So if I said one must eat vegetables, I'd have IK comer verduras. So since this word I is technically a verb already conjugated, I don't conjugate comer later on. Tener que means to have to. So if I want to say you have to eat vegetables, I'd have, if I'm doing the to form, I'd have tienes que comer verduras. Notice that tienes ends in the es for the to form. Comer I left unconjugated. If I'm the one who has to eat vegetables, I'd have tengo que comer verduras. Remember, tener goes to tengo in the yo form. A bunch of other forms have IEs in them. The last verb on here that you can use to give these sorts of instructions is necesitar. That means to, need to. So if I'm saying still in the you form, like to, then I'd have necesitas comer verduras. Same thing as all these other verbs. I conjugated necesitar into necesitas for a to form. Comer I left unconjugated. So the summary is you have to conjugate the first verb when you have two verbs in a row like this. And if you've forgotten the endings for these verbs, the AR endings, so like for necesitar, go o, as for to, a, la, usted, amos for we, nosotros, ais for vosotros, y'all in Spain, an for they, and ustedes, you all. If you're doing an ER verb like deber or tener, it goes o for yo, es, to, a, la, usted, hemos, nosotros, es, vosotros, y'all in Spain, en for they, or ustedes, you all.